Hello, welcome to Apexi. It's Ifoma here. If you're new to this channel, you're welcome. If you're an old subscriber, you're welcome back. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are going to make this delicious soup. Oha Soup is one of my favorites and it's super easy to make. So join me as I show you step by step how to make Oha Soup. Here are all the ingredients I will need for the soup. And of course, I have the star ingredient, which is the Oha leaf. I also have fresh Uziza leaf. If I had the seed, I will also add it to this soup, even with the leaf, but I'm just going to use the fresh leaf. Okay, so keep watching. Let's make Oha soup. I've washed the cocoyam. I'm going to put this on fire and leave it to boil until it cooks properly, enough for me to blend. And then I've also washed the meat. I'm going to boil this alongside the cocoyam while I prep the leaves. I'm going to put this on fire without adding any water to the meat. I'll leave it to steam and boil in its own juice. When that dries up, I'll add extra water. So I've added the extra water. I'll leave it to boil for a while I prep the leaves. When I'm done peeling this Oha, I'm going to be piecing it with my hands. I don't use knife to cut Oha because I believe that the beauty of Oha soup is in the irregular shape of the leaves. Yes, I have never used knife to cut Oha soup. Other people are of the opinion, I've heard some people say that when you cut Oha leaf with a knife, the Oha will become bitter, you know, and all that. I have never tried that. I don't know if there is any truth to that theory, so I can't really say. This Oha is so soft and fresh. There are some that when you buy it, if you're not careful, if you don't check well, they will hide those strong ones in the middle of the bunch. But this one is just fresh all through. Another thing, there are two types of Oha leaves. Okay, so you have the one with the green veins and then the one with the red veins. By veins, I don't know if it's the right term, but those lines on the leaves, those usual lines on the leaves, you have the one that is green and then the other type has red lines on the leaves. I like or prefer to use the ones with the red lines because I think they are tastier. Now the Oha leaf is ready. I've washed, I've pieced it with my hands. I didn't cut it with knife. I've also cut the Uziza leaf. Now I'm going to check on the meat. The meat is ready. I'm going to put off the lights because I need to focus on this cocoyam for now. As you can see, the cocoyam is ready, is well cooked. I'm going to process it, but unfortunately, powers that be have decided that we will not have lights this night. But nevertheless, we move. In Nigeria, we always have plan B. We always have alternatives. So I'm going to use my mortar right now. Okay, I will use the mortar. I'm going to process this and make sure that this is ready in minutes. The cocoyam is processed and ready for the soup. So I'm now going to add all the other ingredients, the crayfish, the seasoning cubes, the pepper. I'm going to add oil. I'm going to add more water because the water won't be enough for the soup. Now I'm going to add the cocoyam and allow this to boil until the cocoyam melts. Okay. The soup becomes thicker as the cocoyam melts, so I need to adjust the thickness by adding a little more water. I always have a kettle of hot water beside me. It comes in handy when I need to adjust the thickness of the soup. I'm adding the fish now because it's not that dry. I've had it for a while in the freezer, so it's quite soft. The cocoyam is completely melted, so I'm going to add the vegetables now. I will add the Uziza leaf first and leave it for a minute, and then I'm going to add the Oha. Our Oha soup is ready. Once you add Oha, you don't need to leave it for long because it doesn't require too much heat. It's a soft vegetable just like efo. Turn it and leave it for like a minute and you put out the light. My favorite swallow for Oha soup is fufu, but I don't have fufu here, so I'll just make do with eba. But that combination, fufu and Oha soup, it makes too much sense. Now the food is ready. This is the best part. This is my favorite part, the eating part. Please wash your hands and join me at the table. Please don't forget to like this video if you found it interesting and subscribe to my channel if you've not done so. Also share with your loved ones. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, see you in my next video. Bye.